Hello and welcome to this taste challenge. I know the glare is a little much, but it's bright outside. A day that's not cloudy. We've had about 5 of those since January 1st. It's nice to see the sun and not clouds. Anyway, it's dry. It's warming up. Not exactly warm at all. It's cool, but it's really enjoyable, thoroughly enjoyable here in March. Anyway, this afternoon, we have a taste challenge. Miller High Life, Miller High Life versus Busch. I like to go chronologically. Miller High Life was introduced in 1855. Now it's best by June 17, 2019, guys. Got the date, guys. Brewed in Milwaukee, in Fort Worth, Texas. I'll explain that in a minute. Got my glasses. M for Miller. When it was introduced in 1855, it was not called Miller High Life. It was called Frederick or Fred Miller Lager, okay? Frederick or Fred Miller Lager. You know, they had Fred with a dot after, abbreviated Frederick. In 1903, they decided, for whatever reasons, probably they figured it would be more popular, they changed the name, they reformulated it. No. They rebranded it. I'll get the word right. They rebranded it as Miller High Life, but the recipe was not changed. I have multiple sources to back that up. You'll notice the Busch, multiple sources, like, for instance, the Miller High Life website. Now, the MillerCoors website says 1903, but even the Miller High Life, the Busch has much more head. Look at that, more head action. But even the Miller High Life website, if you dig into it, hold on. Now in cans. I'm waiting for the cans full of beer. I received the cans, the sample cans that were not full of beer, but they were full of air. But nice looking cans, sharp. I'm going to save them. I don't save foreign cans. Not against them. I don't have room. If I had the room, I'd save everything. All right. Looking at some carpenter bees outside. They love to bore into wood, like that fence, for instance. They're having a grand time. Oh, yeah, in about 40 years, they'll destroy it. But then in 40 years, it would have fallen apart anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right. All right. So if you get on the website, it will show you that it was simply a name change from Frederick Miller Lager to Miller High Life. So 1903, that's when Miller High Life started. Okay, that's correct. But the beer itself, the product itself, which may have been tinkered with, the alcohol level may have varied slightly over the years. I don't know. Hadn't changed much. If you read the descriptions of the beer, even back to the 1890s, it really is the same. The sparkling, light-bodied champagne of beer type thing item. Forrest Vance said, trying to get rid of some beer in the back of the fridge, Jay? No, that is not the case. In fact, I went out and bought all these. I made a special trip and went and bought 12 packs of Miller High Life and Busch and Budweiser and a whole lot of other stuff coming, because people kept asking me, when are you going to do more taste challenges? When are you going to do more taste? And I kept saying, no, I'm not going to. I'll get to it. I'll eventually. But I felt bad because I kept putting it off. So I said, that's it. I'm doing it. And then I'm going to go full bore. And then pretty soon I'll probably get messages, people saying, when are you going to stop the taste challenges? Doing too many. So it went from not doing any to you're doing too many. All you do is whiskey taste challenges, beer taste challenges, rum taste challenges. Is that what you do? Taste challenges, taste challenges, taste challenges? It's not all I do. It's a lot of what I do. I try to be fair about it. Try to be honest about it. I oftentimes get them wrong. I don't think it's because I'm bad at doing taste challenges. I think it's mainly because those beers, rums, and whiskeys and brandy, but I haven't done too many brandy taste challenges, are so similar, one to another that you get them mixed up. Now, the companies would say, oh, no, no, Busch beer is very different from Miller High Life. Very different. I'm not seeing that, but golden, clear, bubbly, straw appearance. I'm not going to go read through the ingredients again. Busch uses a combination. Well, they both use barley malt. Okay, and water. But Busch is a combination of the corn syrup, and the rice. Whereas the Miller High Life uses the corn syrup. I breathed, right before I came on air, I breathed in a bunch of pollen, I think. And it made me start choking. It was like dust, but I know it was pollen. There's pollen everywhere out here. Oh, it's so bad. It's not making me too sick, but if you breathe it in, it's going to make you choke, you know? So, I mean, it won't really matter if they're different because, or if they're the same, because the price is virtually identical. I know in Canada, people in Canada tell me a lot. You know, in Canada, it's 4.7 Busch. I know. I realize that. It used to be 4.9 here. I wish it still was. I don't know their reasoning. I don't know why Anheuser-Busch dropped it to 4.3. There's got to be some reason behind it. What it is, I don't know. Sweet cereal grain lager beer aroma. You know what that smells like. The grain, the light bread crust, the yeast. If you've been smelling beer as long as I have, which means about 1969, you know the aroma. You're going to say, no, but you weren't drinking beer in 1969. Wasn't necessarily drinking. I was sipping it because my parents, we'd be drinking beer, Dixie or Miller High Life or even Schlitz. But usually it seemed like I remember Miller High Life and Dixie. And the photos I have from childhood show that. And I'd say, give me some, give me some. They'd always let you sip it. It always tasted so good as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old. You might say, oh, no, in Michigan, I live in Michigan, you go to prison for that. Well, in Louisiana, you would not. No jury, no way. Because every jury member would have done that, basically. Oh, this one tastes like Busch. Why? Because it's a lot watery and drier, more water. Joseph Sedbury said, I stock my mini fridge. I stock. Oh, you mean you stock? He stocks his mini fridge with 40s and Mogen David 2020 and a small bottle of peppermint schnapps. Well, if it works for you, then it's workable, right? Where do you buy those beer glasses? Joshua Tree says. These are not beer glasses. These are actually liqueur glasses. They're from a company, or a brand, I should say, D'Amore. Isn't D'Amore owned by Campari? One of those big companies. Somebody gave me these glasses. And when he gave them to me, I was thinking, whoa, these would be perfect for beer taste challenges. And they are. It's difficult to find Busch over here in Sacramento, California. Wow. It's so common in Louisiana, it's scary. Joseph said, my Mim's favorite beer, his mom's favorite beer was Busch. She passed away in February. I'm sorry about your mother passing away. My mother died in 1984 when I was 16 years old on my birthday. True story. Bad story, but true. She was 36. Okay. That's got to be Miller. What's up? Says Zach Pisciata. Just chilling, drinking a bud. Actually, a Busch. I'm going to tell you why I think this, and I'm not very confident. I know this much. If I was looking to buy beer, and about 3 times a week I look to do that, if not more. I'm talking about for everyday drinking. I'm not talking about going out and buying craft beers to do reviews. Well, since I do reviews incessantly, you may as well say I buy craft beers to drink every day because every day seems like I'm drinking a craft beer, right? So, okay, we know that. But as standbys, like I'm not going to eat lunch and just be drinking a beer without thinking about it. I'm just going to use some beer like this. So I'll just go and shop price. And if I was shopping, I would pick either one of these, whatever one was cheaper, okay? The Miller High Life was cheaper for a while, but that has changed, so. My mom was 48. I'm 24. I'm sorry. My mom passed away in 1999, says the party source. It's Jonathan. Hey, J.O. Man, I know people whose parents are like 99 and still alive, so you just never know what's going to happen, right? I know people that are 93, 94, still go to meetings, like Knights of Columbus meetings. There they are, still coming in. So you just never know when you're going to go. That's the truth. Love me some Bush. What's your go-to beer on a budget? Says Joshua Tree. Well, that's a question I'm asked every week. And the answer is I don't have one. Whatever, like, that's why I'm telling you right now, whatever one was cheaper, I'd buy it. Good to see you, says J.O. Jonathan, good to see you. Zach says Bush Light is so good, though. I'm going to start doing light beer challenges coming up. And stouts and porters and everything. Okay. Look. This is the point I've been trying to make for 20 years. Do they have natural pink lemonade down there? Oh, that Natter Days? Yes. Mine is Budweiser. I agree. I love Bush Light, crisper taste. Look, when you're buying this type of stuff, it almost never matters. That's the point I'm trying to make. Now, you want to really be cheap and buy Rockdale? Go ahead, buy it. You'll save, I save $4. Yeah, but it tastes terrible relative to what you're buying. But I noticed Walmart hadn't had Rockdale lately, like in the last month. I think they finally pulled the plug on it and said, people do not want this stuff, man. Am I going to miss it? No. It's sad, though, because right when they started improving it, they killed it. Well, see, they should have never put it out nasty in the first place. You don't put some junk on the market and it's nasty, and then you decide 3 years down the road, let's try to make it better. It's too late now. All the cheap beer drinkers done tried it and they hated it. So once you've improved it, well, you haven't gained anything. Rockdale's awful. Well, the new Rockdale wasn't that bad. Can't wait for some more stout and porter videos. Just got into them. Yeah, I want to do some more of those. That's when it started costing a little more money. All right. This one is very, very dry. It has a sweet flavor, but the semi-sweet at the best. But the finish is so dry. Oh, so very dry. Now, I don't know what people mean. Like, I'll hear people like say, oh, these macro beers are so sweet. They're so disgustingly sweet. Yeah, I'm not really seeing that. I don't really know what you're talking about when you say that, because they have sweetness, but it isn't particularly sweet. The sweetness is balanced by the little bit of hop bitterness they have. They're what they call a round beer. They just taste like regular old, ordinary, run-of-the-mill, average, typical, everyday, lawnmower, weed eater, hanging out, non-contemplative, sessionable, drinking, regular, old, average beers. Does that make the point? And that is so dry. Oh, so very dry. Miller High Life is a great corny taste. Solid body, great flavor. Bush is good. It has a different taste, but a better mineral content. Do you ever drink sour ales? Zach says. Zach Pishyata. Thank you, Zach, for watching. Yes, occasionally when I'm doing a review. Okay. I noticed over the years that Miller High Life has presented less and less of that steamed or cooked vegetable character. Why that is, I don't know. Oh, golly, when I drank that 20 years ago, it tasted like a vegetable broth. Didn't dislike it, but it was so noticeable. Maybe they watched our videos, because it wasn't just me saying that, and said, yeah, it really is kind of like that. Maybe if we improve this and that, we could make it better. And I think that was what happened. I don't know about watching the videos, but they just improved it. Okay. It's a total tie. I'm telling you right here and now that if you're going to get on there and say Miller High Life is way better than Busch, fine. And if you're going to say Busch is way better than Miller High Life, fine. But from my viewpoint, and I'm only one person, I'm not seeing it. I don't see it. Sorry. I bought cans of Busch because they were a month fresher than the bottles. Otherwise, I'd have bought the bottles. Doesn't make any difference. The bottles and the cans are the same price here. A lot of people tell me they can't get bottles of Busch, not the 12 ounce. Are they remarkable? I mean, come on. You knew they weren't remarkable before you turned on this video. You knew they were just average, inexpensive beers. If a person did a video and said it's a C, an average beer, it's so-so, I'd go along with that. I mean, I think they're better than that personally because of my experience drinking them. But when people get on there and make a video talking about it tastes like gasoline and it's gross and it made them want to puke and they'd rather drink mule urine and all that, I say, come on now. And, you know, and Rapier's giving it a 0 out of 100. I'm like, come on now. The ones that really crack me up, I'd rather drink water than Miller High Life. Sometimes I'd rather drink water than Miller High Life, you know, when I feel like drinking water. But it's a total tie. There's no winners. There's no losers. But I do think this one on the right is a little drier. Henceforth, I think it is Busch. Not better, not worse, just drier. It is Busch. And it does have that kind of watery flavor. Now, you know, Busch was designed to be watery for the Midwest. Those farmers out there in those in those corn fields and wheat fields, getting all hot and sweaty. Do you have a lot of breweries where you live, says Joshua Tree? Yes, pretty good amount. Got one in this very parish. But I'm never going to review his beers because nobody can get them. He tells me, come over to my brewery and do a bunch of reviews. And I'm thinking to myself, why? Literally no one can get them unless they go to your brewery. If he had cans and bottles that people could actually buy, I would do it. But then but otherwise, there's no point to it. I'm going to show you an example of what I'm talking about. And then Zach says, damn, laugh out loud. I don't know what he means by that. Is this canned or bottled? Well, the Busch is canned and the Miller High Life is bottled. I'm going to hunt these down this week and try them both, says Joshua. Good. Zach, Joseph, I feel like it matters. Yeah, well, delivery matters. Now I'm starting to not understand what they're saying. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I mean about reviewing beers from a brewery that nobody can get. You know, beers that nobody can get from a brewery nobody ever heard about. It's nice. It's good for me. You can't relate. And I wish the man the best, okay? I want him to succeed, fine. I don't have a whole lot of confidence, but it might happen. Hello, Ron, says Maxwell. Hello to you in the Russian Federation. I'm gonna go get some. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. All right. So I was able to tell these apart. Wasn't easy, but I figured it would be kind of close like that. It's still snowing in Colorado, says Zach. Man, I went to California in 2006 in the summertime in July, and it had snow on the ground, you know, up in the mountains. So I said, look at this snow. All right. I was out in my backyard 2 days ago. Sunny day like today. A lot colder, though, 2 days ago. It was like chillier. And I hear my name, Rono, Rono. Because I was just finishing that Bacardi Ground Reserva Diaz. Great product, by the way. And I said, who is that? And I thought it was that guy that wanted to do my roof. I said, it ain't him. It's Eddie. Here comes Eddie. Hey, come. I was calling your name. You got your windows up. Well, yeah, I mean, it's nice outside. I have my windows up. All right, so I don't do that air conditioning stuff if I don't have to. I don't like all that enclosed, stale air. I'll go sit on an airplane for 10 hours. All right, so I see he's got all these bottles. So he kept telling me he's going to give me this homemade moonshine, he calls it. So he gives it to me. I'm thinking, yeah, because you didn't want to drink it. Laugh out loud, Louisiana stories. Right, says Joseph. So he says, here it is. So he's got this stuff that guy named Chinese made. Chinese. He said, you know Chinese, who's got that fruit stand on US Highway 61, Airline Highway? Oh, yeah. Come, I see him sometimes in a store, like, I'm coming in here looking for green onions. All right, so Chinese. And my friend Paul called me Tuesday, and he was telling me, and I said, you ever heard of that guy Chinese? He said, Chinese. Oh, I heard that name. He said, my daddy used to talk about him. He said, I heard that name all my life. I said, right. So he makes his own liquor. Now, what would be the point of doing reviews of this from some guy that has a fruit stand and a vegetable stand on US Highway 61? Think about that. You say, I'd watch it. I would never watch that, okay? So it's like he gives me this big old bottle of Crown Royal. I don't know what's in this Crown Royal bottle. Could be poison for all I know. But I tried some and it wasn't poison. Look at this. I mean, I would drink Crown Royal, but this big old it's all covered with like gunk on it. So I washed them off with warm water. And then here's a bottle that says straw ball. I guess he meant the right strawberry Chinese. It's like a mason jar with strawberry gunk in it. I said, you didn't want to drink. I told Eddie, I said, you didn't want to drink it because it looked gross to you with all that stuff floating in it. He laughed. Ha, 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 ha. I said, yeah, you didn't want to drink it. So you could say, he was being generous because he could have just dumped it out. But he's bringing it to me because he didn't want it. I mean, I'm not too stupid. You know what I'm saying? Cello, limoncello. I guess this means limoncello. Cello, limoncello. This is like lemon. I don't know what this is. What is this? Lemons floating in moonshine. I don't know what this is. So I'm like, I'm gonna do a review of that. Oh, I'm gonna review Chinese stuff. You know how sometimes when you're driving down US 61 and you go buy stuff from Chinese. By the way, he did not buy this from Chinese. It was given to him, he says. Can't just sell liquor. What are you talking about? I know a lot of people who make liquor and give it away, like wine and whatnot. Actually, I don't know those people. I'm just talking crazy. I'm talking out of my head. I'm drunk. You know, because you never know who's watching. I don't know nothing about none of that. Wait a minute. I was in the olive oil business with his father, but that was a long time ago. All right, did he have razor clams? No. Shine is the best. When do crawfish boils start down there? Shiner? Crawfish boils start down here a month ago. They've been burling crawfish for a month. If you want me to use a Louisiana accent, they've been burling crawfish for a month. They've been burling crawfish for a month. Now this stuff here, Eddie tells me, just dump it down the drain. Dump it down the drain if you don't want it. That's exactly the advice I'm going to take. Oh, no. This smells like something you'll put in a car so it don't overheat. Ouch, that's no, oh, no. You don't drink that? What, you don't drink this? Oh, no. This smells like figs. What is this, fig liqueur? I don't even like the, listen to that glug. No, you don't drink that. I don't care if Chinese. I don't, I don't care if Chinese made it. I don't care if Juicy made it. I don't care if Pickle made it. I don't care if Bolo made it. These are actually real people down here in Louisiana and their nicknames. I don't care if Bolo made it. I don't care if Buggy made it. I don't care if Baba. I don't care if Baba made it. I don't care if Squint made it. None of these people. Oh, no. How? No. No. That's like pomegranate sugar. How could you drink this sugary thing? I said, what do you do? Put a whole bag of sugar in this? Skeeter. Joseph says Skeeter. It's like all these people got a nickname around here. Yeah. I mean, a kid might like it, like a little 10-year-old. Do you listen to Lil Boosie? Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie got in trouble. All right. Lil Boosie was bad. All right. Now this strawberry concoction, you say, yeah, it'd be like reviewing that. Let's see about this stuff. Oh no, it won't even come out so sticky. Ow. No. Well, I have to admit, it does smell like strawberry shortcake, I swear to you. Any vision effects? Can't see. I can see. Blurrily. All right. Why do people drink this kind of stuff? I'm telling you right now, this smells like Duncan Hines strawberry cake with strawberry cream dressing. What do you call it? Frosting. I'm sorry, frosting. Dressing. It's a, same thing, but frosting. It's strawberries. Oh, I can't drink this. You want it? Here, you come get it. It's red, though. Yikes. It's got strawberries. It's got strawberries in it. Nah, he didn't get the top. I don't know what they're saying. Nice. Look like a beat of strawberry. Yeah, but with real strawberry chunks. Wish me the best. Let me take my glasses off. Oh, all those seeds, all that gunk, all that gruel. I'm scared. I'm very scared. Toingle. I know what this guy did. Come on now. Woo! Toot toot. I figured it out. He copied my grandpa now, but I know what he did. My grandfather would do the same thing. Like he would take he had these big cherry trees, black cherries, little tiny, tiny, tiny black cherries. He'd pick them all, thousands in buckets. I guess he'd shake the trees and they would come on. I don't know what he would do. Thousands of buckets. I mean, thousands of buckets, thousands of cherries. So he's telling me, this is like in 1988. My grandpa might have been 84. Telling me, go to K&B. No, had to be 86 because I was old enough to buy liquor at 18. Go to K&B. That's Katz and Bestoff, an old store here that got bought out by Rite Aid. Go to K&B and get some, I think he said Taka. Gave me money. Go buy Taka. Two big old handle bottles. Taka vodka, the good stuff. So he's got these big barrels. I don't know where he got these barrels. It's like wooden barrels. I think it was some kind of, I think my recollection, but you know your memory can be wrong. He's pouring the vodka in there. Glug, 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 and glug, 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 glug. Then he takes all the cherries and pours them in. Then I think he's got 2 scoops of sugar. Then he caps it real tight. And then he seals it. I'm like, well, he said, yeah, I'm going to let that set for a year. I think he said 6 months, a year. I don't know. He's making cherry bounce. Oh, now, so in a year, he strains it. I got a strainer. He pours it all through the strainer. All the liquid comes through into the jars. Then the refuse, I don't know what he did with the refuse, threw it in the garden or something, compost, something. He had a huge garden. He could grow any kind of vegetables. So he would give that to people at Christmas, cherry bounce. It was bouncy. Fresh Louisiana black cherries with vodka, soaking for a year. Oh, yeah. Oh, this stuff here is too obvious. You say, no, it might not have been Taka. It might have been Dobra or Crown Rus. Yeah, it might have been. Bet you it wasn't Tito's. You know they're going to use some cheap vodka. Oh. The problem with the no. The problem with the solid you know what I'm talking about. The problem with the solid berries, the strawberries, is that they soak up all the alcohol. So when you get a mouthful of the solid fruit, you crunch down on it, and then it's like, you know, it's like the hypodermic needle into the vein of alcohol, and it's like, nah, woo, gah. So that's the point I'm trying to make. If I reviewed those things, you would say, I can't. Joseph Keene retracted a message. I retract messages oftentimes, but it's always because of grammatical errors. It's never because of content. I can't apologize for what I say. Do I say things that I regret sometimes? Well, yeah, but I can't apologize for it. I said it. I mean, I could apologize for it. Can't retract it. It's sad. All right. If it ain't Tito's, leave those drinks behind. Well, believe me, Joseph, it ain't Tito's, and I ain't leaving them behind. But I'm not. Let's see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's the lemon. He said limoncello. I'd like to see how. I would love to see how Chinese pronounces limoncello. Said dittos instead Tito's. Oh, he said dittos. Yeah, I'm always making a mistake. I don't know. This smells like some kind of candle wax. Okay. Ouch. Ouch. I got to get a wet towel and wipe all this down, because any drip's going to turn into pure sugar. I'm gonna tell you that by virtue of what was given to me. When he brought this over, it was like drips down the side of these things, and it was like crystallized sugar all down the side of the darn jars. I was like, oh, you know this is sugar. This stuff's been soaking. I've been soaking for years. Lemons soaking in, oh, like I said, some kind of Crown Rus vodka or Dobra vodka or Skull vodka or Taka. Oh, it smells very lemony. I can feel the sugar coated onto the glass. I got to get some hot water and soap and clean these glasses. They're gonna be caked with sugar. I can feel it on my hands. It's like I'm drowning in a not a sea of love, like Stevie Nicks said in 1979, where everyone would want to drown. I'm drowning in a sea of sugar where everyone would not necessarily want to drown. That is remarkably lemony, though. Is remarkably lemony. I mean, I'm ragging on them, but this strawberry thing is remarkably strawberry-ish, since it has huge chunks of strawberries in it, like real strawberries, not natural strawberry flavor, but actual strawberries. This has actual huge chunks of lemon in it, as you can clearly see. Huge chunks of lemon in it, as you can clearly see. And there's sugar all over this counter, this desk, this leather top desk. Sugar everywhere. I mean, it's incredible. And then here is a huge amount of, I don't know what this is. I think he poured prune juice in here. You won't have trouble going to the restroom tomorrow morning if you drink this stuff. Might have trouble not vomiting. All right. Skull, says Joseph Wright. Oh, y'all better show me some sympathy, because I'm getting ready to do a review in the next week of Skull Gin. Not Skull Gin. I would like to do that. Skull Rum. I had the Castillo Gold today. Yikes. That was, I was generous. I gave it a C+, but, wow. If you like pure alcohol, that's the one to try. I said, oh, no, 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 no. I had to laugh, though. That thing was just so not proper. You say, that's what you get when you try a cheap rum. I had actually, that was my first experience with a cheap budget rum. So I get it. It's, oh, man. I got to try some more of those. They're just so wrong. Pop-Off vodka is the good stuff up here. Pop-Off. I've seen that stuff. Oh, no. I like how Jeff said the good stuff. This homemade stuff from Chinese on US Highway 61 in Louisiana. We going fishing in the Airline Highway Canal. We're going to catch some sac-a-lait. So they go catch sac-a-lait. I better not say too much, because some people say, I don't catch that. That's what catches. Well, this is a lemon liqueur. I got to give it. I was about to just like go off and talk about how garbage it was, but really, Chinese. Hey, well, I swear it tastes like lemon juice, but it's probably 35% alcohol. Doesn't taste that strong though. It's probably like 25%. Skål is Danish for cheers. That's right. That's right. Skål. Cheers. Slanjiva. CS 1992 says, hey, Ronald. Hey, Scott. CS. Well, there's an example of why you don't review homemade stuff, because nobody can relate to it. You're not going to ever get Chinese strawberry concoction made with who knows what. I hope it's not wood alcohol. I'll need more than glasses. I need one of them sticks. And this lemon stuff made with who knows what. And this, I really don't know what this is. I got a suspicion it's figs. Can you imagine drinking a liquor made with figs? But it's pretty good. But no. There is no way. No way! They didn't add sugar to this. I know this guy had to add scoops of sugar, because this stuff is not that naturally sugary. Although those Japanese plums on that back tree, they're getting really ripe. I was going to go pick them today, but I said they're not quite super ripe. Maybe Monday and Sunday afternoon, and I'll bring them to work Monday. Those things would be so sweet, like eating sugar. You know, Japanese plums, you peel the peeling off and you eat them. I swear it's like pure sugar. And that's natural, right on my tree. I do nothing to grow those. I planted that tree when it was like this big, and it's just full of fruit. Next door, I'm looking right there. Right there. Oh, that's loaded. That's loaded. Oh, no, 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 no. You could go out there with a ladder and fill 20 buckets easily. You might not, you might need more with fruit. Incredible, incredible. The alluvial soil we have here. But this is sugar. They added sugar. It still would not be that sweet. I don't believe that. I don't believe you could take cheap vodka and put the fruit in it. It would be that sweet. I would prefer if you did it without the sugar. I don't need the sweetness because now I feel like I'm going to catch a stroke. All right. So, you say, what's the point of this video? Because I thought it was Miller High Life versus Busch. Well, we established that much earlier. And the general appreciation there is that if you're out there saying Miller High Life is way better than Busch, I don't know what you're talking about. And if you're out there saying Busch is way better than Miller High Life, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're out there saying they taste like kind of like identical, then I know what you're talking about because I just experienced it.